I'm Justin, and today I was going to give you some tips on how to take care of your brass instruments at home. I'm going to demonstrate on a trumpet, most basic instrument. A lot of you may have these lying around, and that applies to most brass instruments. So first off, you're going to go to your bathtub and take it apart. Don't be afraid of it. It's not that complex. You can take it apart and get it back together. You may want to lay a towel down inside your tub to minimize scratching or any damage, and just pull the thing apart. Sometimes some of these will be stuck and you don't want to force it because you'll be breaking solder. We have tools here that can help you so that you don't break anything. If you have a rawhide mallet laying around, you can give it a little tap to break it loose, and sometimes that gets it out, but don't use excessive force as you could damage the instrument. And get the whole thing apart. And then go ahead and fill up your bathtub with warm water. Do not do hot water because you could damage the lacquer. And then just use regular dish soap in your bathtub. And when you got it all in there, you can let it soak for as long as you like. Probably 15 minutes is plenty. And then you will get your brushes. You have your snake. If you don't have one of these, just come to the book table and pick it up. And a valve brush. And you got your tub soaking with your dish soap. And just brush everything out. Like so. Quite simple. Same thing with all the tubes. Brush them out. And you'll notice a lot of gunk coming out into your bathtub when you're doing this, especially if you haven't done it for a while. Another thing you can do, if you think it looks gross to have all the corrosion and yuck on your tuning slides, just take some steel wool or green SOS pad, whatever, and just scrub that a little bit. And you can polish that up a little bit there. When you're done, rinse it all off. And then let it dry. Dry it with a towel. You can take paper towels, which I'll grab right here. Now paper towels might break, so you want to fold it up to give it a little bit of strength and push it through the valve to dry it out. If I can get it. Anyway. That's the main idea. Get it all dry and then put it back together. Now when you put it back together, just use your tuning slide grease. You can get that here as well on the tuning slides. There are slides on instruments that are supposed to move really freely and quickly. They'll have a hook so you can move it. You don't want to use tuning slide grease on those because it needs to move quick. You can get mineral oil, just a small drop will do the trick on those so they can move freely. When you're putting your valves together, dry it off of course. And another thing, you may not want to soak your valves in the tub. Just leave those out and just clean them with a cloth. You just don't want to soak all the felts and everything, create a bigger mess for you to clean up. But when that's done, all's dry, set your valve in there. You really want to be careful. They're all numbered. This will help you get it back together. This one has a 2 on it, so I know 2 goes in the middle. It's 1, 2, 3. So I set it in there, and you get the valve oil, and drip 5 or 6 drops of valve oil on there, and then you can work it in there like so. Then you set it in, and you can twist it. If it keeps twisting, eventually it'll stop, and that's when you know that it's set in the right spot and it's going to line up properly. Twist it in, and your valves will be oiled and ready to go. And those are the basic, that's how you clean it, and that's recommended to do once a month if you're playing quite a bit. Now we do a professional cleaning here as well at the book table. with chemicals, really good for your instrument to maintain it and keep it last for a lot longer than most instruments do. But we recommend that every 1 to 2 years. And it's very good for your instrument, and we know what we're doing here at the book table, and we're happy to help and service you, and we're here to serve so that you can have the best working instruments so that you will have success in your pursuits in your music.